The sun rises over the misty plains of Buxar, casting a golden hue on the battlefield where Indian forces are assembling. In the year 1764, on the fields of Buxar, a battle was waged, a battle for pride, sovereignty, and the spirit of a nation. This is the story of heroes who stood firm against an empire built on greed and conquest. The Indian forces, led by the Nawab of Awadh, Shuja-ud-Dawla, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, and the brave Nawab of Bengal, Mir Qasim, gathered to push back the foreign tide.
We fight not for gold or glory, but for our people, for our ancestors, and for the generations that will come after us. Remember, each of you carries the honor of Hindustan on your shoulders.
The British betrayed us, stole our lands, and broke their promises. Today we make a stand. If we fall, let it be with honor. If we rise, let it be as the victors of Buxar.
The British East India Company, with its modern weaponry and battle-hardened soldiers, underestimated the spirit of the Indian warriors. The Indian forces were outgunned, but not outmatched in courage and conviction. The battle begins with the thunderous sound of cannons. Smoke fills the air as Indian soldiers charge forward, undeterred by the British fire. Against all odds, the Indian soldiers fought valiantly. For every inch of ground they paid in blood but pushed forward, determined to protect their homelands. The fields of Buxar were soaked in the sweat and sacrifice of those who refused to bend to foreign rule.
Amidst the chaos, the camera focuses on a young soldier from Awadh who fights fiercely, slashing through British ranks. He stumbles but stands, the fire of patriotism evident in his eyes. For my motherland, for Hindustan. The British advance is slowed, and for a moment, victory seems within reach for the Indian forces. But as the dust settles, British reinforcements arrive, and their artillery takes its toll.
The Indian leaders gather, battered but unyielding. Shuja-ud-Dawla, his face etched with resolve, looks over his wounded but steadfast soldiers. Today, we may have been outnumbered and outgunned, but remember, the spirit of our people cannot be crushed. This battle is only one chapter. Our fight for freedom will endure.
The screen fades to show a montage of the aftermath. The Indian forces retreating, the British consolidating their power, and the spirit of resistance flickering, but not extinguished. Though the Battle of Buxar marked a strategic setback, it ignited a flame of resistance that would burn for centuries. The warriors of Buxar did not perish in vain. Their courage became the cornerstone of a freedom movement that would one day liberate an entire nation. The screen fades to black as powerful music swells, leaving a lasting impression of bravery, resilience, and the undying spirit of those who fought for India. This is the legacy of the Indian fighters who stood their ground at Buxar. Their sacrifice, courage, and spirit remind us that freedom is never freely given. It is fought for, fiercely, and without fear. The story of Buxar is not just history. It is a reminder that the will of a people can never be broken.